my channel. My name is ToniMonique, and as you know, please cross my T and dot my I. As you can tell from the title of the video, I'm going to be sharing a few fun facts about me. I realized that, I have a few vlogs and I have a makeup and I do have a hair video on my page, but nothing like really lets you know who I am. So I figured that would be a really good thing to do, and I got the idea from my friend Naya. So thank you so much if you are watching. All right, so let's get into this. So I actually wrote them on my phone. Some of them I thought of, some of them I had to Google because I got tired of thinking, okay? So just bear with me. Okay, so my first one is, my actual name is just Toni, T-O-N-I. My middle name is Monique. So about 4 or 5 years ago, I started putting ToniMonique together because I like the sound of it. I actually don't like just my first name. I think it's pretty boring. It's so boring. I don't like it. And people always tell me that they do, but I don't like it. So yeah. And also I think adding on my middle name, it helps decrease the amount of times I see Toni spelled with a Y for me. Like when I say my name is Toni and I see them spelling it and it's with the Y, I think it has decreased that. I also don't like that, and that's why every time I introduce myself, even if I just say Toni, I say Toni with an I, because if you're gonna spell my name, spell it right. I do kind of take offense to when people spell my name with the Y, because if you know, and I know ignorance is a thing, and if you don't know, then that's fine, but traditionally Toni with an I is for a woman, it's for a female, and Toni with the Y is for a male. And nobody ever takes up on the female spelling. They just put Toni with the Y, even though I look like I'm a female, and I am. And I take offense to that. And I've had situations in the past where I guess they were expecting a man to come in, and it was me who came in. It was like, oh, I thought this was, or even like when I do pickup orders, they're looking for Toni, but they're looking right at me, but they are expecting Anthony, like, and it's not that. So yeah, my name is just Toni, but I do say or refer to myself as ToniMonique, but you can call me Toni, whatever. So the second one, okay, cool. I don't really know what they are. I wrote them over the past couple of weeks preparing to do this video, so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Didn't even realize that. So yes, 2 years ago, I got LASIK eye surgery. I think that was the best decision I have ever made, because I had wore glasses since I was 11, since I was in the 5th grade. And I don't even think I needed to wear glasses originally, but I thought glasses were cool. So I had a classmate, a friend of mine, she used to wear glasses, and she had like 2 pair of them. So she let me wear hers, and I just thought I was so cool. I blinded myself, let's just say that. I just thought I was so cool, and then my vision started to deteriorate. So then I was like, dang, I just gotta get glasses. So I had to get glasses. And I wore glasses from like 5th grade all the way up to 9th grade. When I got contacts, and then after I got my contacts in 9th grade, I just kind of switched them out. Like sometimes I would wear glasses, sometimes I would wear contacts, but I think I really just stuck to the contacts. I don't know, I guess I couldn't find a good design for my face, I don't know. And so then about 2 years ago, I was going on a trip to Mexico, and a lot of the excursions I wanted to do, somehow they included water. And I guess you can, but it's highly recommended not to get underwater with contacts, or get under any type of water, whether it's like a natural body of water or the pool, with contacts, because you can get an infection because you don't know what's in there. And if that was the case, well, I couldn't wear my glasses either, because I would have to have like the snorkeling equipment on. So I'm like, I'm gonna just get LASIK. That's literally what encouraged me to get LASIK. I went for a consultation 1 week, and then the next week I had the surgery. I would say the surgery itself, or the procedure itself, whatever, it took about 20 minutes, probably about 16 to 20 minutes. I don't naturally like things close to my eye. So this is the first eye they did, and my left eye was the first eye they did, and so they had to do it twice because I blinked, or like I flinched or something. So this eye actually was red after the procedure, This eye was fine. I got the procedure done at like 3 p.m. I could see by 7. Child, I could see by 7 p.m. Okay? They tell you to take take like some Dayquil or no, like some NyQuil, a little bit of that so you can sleep away the discomfort. I believe what they were referring to as the discomfort was just like your eyes watering. And when I say watering, I mean like, oh my gosh, it's like a puddle on my face. Like I have to catch it. So that's what I experienced the 2 times I woke up in between when I took the medicine or whatever. But I could see, and they also recommend that if you do work out, to wear some type of visor to keep the sweat from dripping in your eyes, you know, the salt. And then they also recommend, I guess, strongly recommend to not wear any eye makeup for at least a week after the surgery. Then after that, you're good to go. And I have been good to go ever since then because I have not worn glasses. I've not had an issue with my vision since. And I believe it's 2020. I haven't been to the eye doctor since. And that is no longer, and I just found this out, that is no longer a requirement for the warranty of the LASIK procedure to get your eyes tested every year. It used to be like in 2015 apparently, but not anymore. So maybe I should, but nothing is wrong. So LASIK, I got that 2 years ago, and that was like by far the best thing I have done in my adulthood so far. Okay, fun fact, I guess. I like to make a weekly and daily agenda, which is true. I really do. I like to, know how my week looks, and then once I know that, how do my days look so I can get to my Friday or whatever day I'm really looking forward to. And I just like to kind of have a schedule of that. And then it also helps me stay on track and manage my time, because when I can see what I'm doing, I can say, okay, I don't got no time to play around, or I have a little bit of leeway. So yeah, I've been like that for a while. My birthday, this is number 4. My birthday is December 27th, and I am a Capricorn. I love my birthday. I love my birthday so much. I love the month that it's in, December. It's just such a happy month for me. And I love my birthday, and yes, I do take it seriously, though I do have a heart for unforeseen and unfortunate circumstances. I really do. But I love when my friends make time to celebrate with me, because I know that is a very tough time of year. I know like you're with your family here and there, and it could be hard to like convene in another location for a couple of hours or whatever. And I really appreciate when my friends do fit it in their schedule to make time to spend my birthday with me, because I would do the same for them. And my birthday means a lot to me, you know, like I love my birthday. I love being able to wake up on my birthday and like, I made it. Because life be hard sometimes, okay? But you know, God, he gave me another day, another year, okay? My favorite dessert is banana pudding. Banana pudding. I would do anything for banana pudding. It is so good. Now that I think about it, I don't feel like making a banana pudding tonight, but I know Wegmans has banana pudding. So I may be on my way there after this video. But yes, I love banana pudding. I remember the first time I had it, I was like 7 or 8. It was at my mom's friend's house. Yes, it was at my mom's friend's house. And it was so good. Been hooked ever since. Been hooked ever since. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. If y'all didn't know, I've said it a few times, but we're gonna say it again. I am from Richmond, Virginia, born and raised. But I came up to Northern Virginia, the DMV area, when I started college. I went to George Mason University. And while we're on that, I graduated with a degree in neuroscience and information technology. Yay! But I love the area so much, I decided to stay up here after graduating, and I wouldn't change that. I think this is a very great area for young people, and people, if you're in tech, if you're working in the government, for networking in various different areas. I think it's a beautiful area. It's very vibrant. There's always something to do up here, and this is where I plan to hopefully start my family whenever that comes. This is where I plan to settle at for the long run. So yeah, I'm from Richmond, but I live in Northern Virginia. Number 7, my first concert. Okay. My first concert was Chris Brown, Neo, and Cherish. Y'all remember Cherish? The Do It To It girls? Yeah, it was them. And Cherish at the Up Close and Personal tour. And I remember it because I had the ticket and they kept broadcasting it on the radio. It was Monday, August 21st, 2006 at 7 p.m. at the Landmark Theater. The Landmark Theater is in Richmond. It's now called the Altria Theater. But yes, that was my first concert ever. And the story behind me even getting tickets to that, it gives slave, okay? It gives labor. Like labor. Because my daddy was like, I'm not getting you these tickets until you try to work for him. And when he said work, like obviously I wasn't doing like work like that, but he was like, you know, they be having call in to win type of things. You gonna call in and try to win. So summer 2006, like play any song from summer 2006, because trust me, I'ma know it, because that's how much I listened to the radio to try to win, and I came so close. They was like, Tony, we was looking for calling number 9, you like not calling number 9. So I told my daddy that, and then he caved, and I'm about to sneeze. He caved and he brought me and his lady friend tickets so that we could go to, she could chaperone me basically to the show. And so I went, and like my seats were really good, like, cause it was like the stage was right here and then I was right here, but I was like on the kind of up level. So I guess think of like section 100, that kind of level, but I was like the first row. Yeah. Tickets brought the day of, and that's when you had to purchase the tickets like at Kroger or like at U-Crops or like stores like that. Like there was nothing online. This is 2006. There was nothing online. You had to physically go in and get the tickets, and we did, and had a blast. Okay, I had a blast, and you could not tell me I was in Moesha the next day. What? I was in my little diary. What? Talking about how great of a time I had, how you lift up his shirt. Like I was such a fangirl. It was such a great time, and I'm so thankful that my dad got the tickets for me, because that is a part of my experience of being an adolescent, I guess. My first car, that thing, it was in 1994. We was the same age. Oh, because, so if you didn't know, I am 28 years old. I had a star year, whatever, about 2 years ago when I turned 27. Oh my gosh, I'll be 29 this year. But you know, it's okay. So yes, if you didn't know, I am 28. It was in 1994. Yeah, we the same age. Mitsubishi, I probably said it wrong, but whatever. Galant. It was white. And it was my first car. It was my dad's old car, and he was basically like, he told me to work for it. He was basically like, are you gonna drive this car around? Because obviously, like, you have your license and you just want to be on the go. But I know you want something else, so you just gonna have to work this summer to get you another car. And so I did. That car was not it. That joint was not it. Okay, the thing broke down. This is how I know God is real, because the first time it broke down on me, I had literally just gotten out of the intersection. If it had broke down in the middle, oh my gosh, it would have been awful. That was when the water pump broke. And then we had a hurricane like 2 weeks later. So I got that fixed. And we had a hurricane like 2 weeks later, and you know, all the food in the house was going bad that was in the kitchen or that was in the fridge. And so I went to like McDonald's or something to get some food for me and my dad. The whole car broke down again, and come to find out it was a transmission. So, you know, transmissions, they cost as much as possibly like a down payment for a car. So I'm like, that doesn't make sense for me to pay for that in a 94. Yeah, you're right. I'll continue working so I can get the car I wanted. So then I did. My dad matched me, and we went to the dealership, and I got a car. I don't have that car anymore, but that was my first car, and I worked for it, and I had it for a while, and I hope she's doing well in the sky, because she was totaled by a one-legged fucking like old ass man who hit me. Talking about told the cop. I saw her, but I just didn't stop. See, this is gonna make me mad, because I cannot believe that happened to me. But yes, I hope my car is doing well in car heaven. The funniest thing you misunderstood as a child. Adulthood. Yeah. I thought adulthood was so fun. Like, it didn't seem like they had bad times. They was driving. They could take themselves here. They could leave when they want. They had a cool house. Like, they didn't just have a bedroom. They had a whole house. They had money. Like, oh, it just seemed so cool. Like, no. I mean, it's cool to have all that stuff, and I'm very blessed that I do have all of that stuff. But the money part, like, I didn't know it was this expensive to be an adult. Like, and it wasn't this expensive to be an adult then. So whatever the adults I was looking at then or looking up to then, they wasn't paying this in rent or even like mortgage or car notes or groceries. They wasn't paying any of this. Like, so now that I'm an adult, you want to go up like 2 times more. And okay. Yeah, I misunderstood adulthood real bad. My favorite holiday is Christmas. I love Christmas. I love the music. I love the decorations. I love the festivities. I love the food, like, you know, like the cookies and eggnog, top tier, okay? I just love it all. It's literally the most wonderful time of the year. I love it, love it, love it. Yeah, and I cannot wait until I can decorate this year. Yes, I'm so excited. I can't wait to decorate for Christmas this year. But Christmas is my favorite holiday. What movie have you seen the most times? What movie have you seen the most times? So I wrote them. Imitation of Life, Widows, and Boys in the Hood. So we're going to make it plural. What movies have you seen the most? Imitation of Life, Widows, and Boys in the Hood. Imitation of Life, so amazing. It is so amazing. In short, it touches on race. It touches on, I guess you could say equality. It touches on family relationships. Yeah, what are the themes addressed in this movie? That's what I need to look up. But it touches on all of that. It is an older movie. So the one that I'm referring to, I think it was, it is definitely recreated, but I think it was recreated in like 1956. So it was old, mind you, from a 1930 some movie. So it's a pretty old movie, but I think it's pretty, I think some of it is still relevant today, or you can take whatever the themes that I have not figured out yet. You can take that from it and you can learn about it. It's such a great movie. It is a little long, but it's such a great movie. Widows, now that has my girl Viola Davis in it. And basically it's about 4 widows who learn about each other. So they are widows of different men. So it's not like any infidelity that's happening. But they learn about, or not in that sense, but they learn about each other after of course it's called widows. So their husbands pass away because their husbands were caught up in this, I don't know, like a money heist situation, and they needed to come up with like $2 million to give to somebody. I forgot that. And one of the husbands basically ruins the plan or the scheme that they have in place to get the money. And I can't really tell it all what I'm telling now, but basically, yeah, like the widows have to figure out how to get the $2 million. And Viola Davis is a head honcho, as she should be. Love it. And Cynthia Erivo, she played in the movie too. She, if y'all don't know who she is, she played Harriet Tubman in the movie Harriet. She's in it too. It's a really, really good movie. And Liam Neeson is in it too. Y'all have seen him in a couple of movies. I know y'all have. But yes, that is a really good movie. Another movie is Boys in the Hood. I love Boys in the Hood. I love it. Like, thank you so much, John Singleton, for believing in yourself. That was his first movie when he was in, or his first script when he was in film school. And they were kind of skeptical about it, but he was like, no, like, he encouraged them to, like, you know, go through with the makings of it. And I really, really like that movie because I think it shows the world the struggles in the Black community. Kind of modern day, I would say, because on a big scale, then, this was made in 1991. So on a big scale, like, you didn't really know about all of that stuff that was happening from the perspective of people living there, or from the lens of somebody that's living there. You may have seen it on the news, but like, and you see it as a lot of violence, but like, once you dissect Boys in the Hood and you understand like kind of where the violence stemmed from, it's like, oh. And I liked it because to me, I took away from it, it shows a different side of what the youth has to, or black youth has to worry about. Because you can have like, yeah, you can have them on this side. Their biggest fear is not getting into Princeton, or their biggest fear is not not bringing home all A's, or all A's and B's, is bringing home C's or something like that. Over here, Boys in the Hood, their biggest fear is, are they even going to make it from home to school, from school to home safely, alive? Like, what about their friend? Like, are their parents making ends meet with the house? Are they going to come home to food? Like, that was their concern. And I liked how, that's what I got from it. I think we can pull from it. I don't know if that was like the whole thing of it, but overall, like, it really does show you how it is in the hood, and underserved, underprivileged communities, and all of that is very systemic. I do wish, however, and this is nothing to the movie, this is just reality, I really do wish that wasn't still a thing today. That was made in 1991. It is 2023, and that movie times 10 is happening in the black communities now. And I wish that wasn't a thing. And I know, like, it's not just the black communities that it's happening in, because it's only a black community because it's all black people, and so all the crime happens in those black communities. But then you have the other communities, other ethnic communities where crime happens too. So, I ain't saying it's black on black crime. I'm not saying like it's strictly just black on black crime. I know crime happens in all races, but the race that I identify with, I wish that in my race and in my black communities, I wish that was not the story anymore. And it's like, when you look at Boys in the Hood, that's being filmed basically. Like, it's flies on the wall with all of that. But today, and it's on a larger scale because it's happening everywhere, and it's so sad. But yes, Boys in the Hood, I love that movie. Imitation of Life, love that movie, and I also really, really, really love Widows as well. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would it be? So I'm gonna always say Egypt until I go to Egypt and come back, okay? Because I love Egypt. I love Egypt. I wanna see the pyramids. I wanna see the Sphinx. I wanna see the Luxor. I wanna sail on the Nile. Like, I wanna do it all, okay? I wanna do it all, and that is my plan for my 30th birthday. So all my friends that will be watching this, please get your money ready, because I'm trying to wake up in Egypt on my 30th birthday. And you know that traveling around my birthday is expensive. So make sure you have your coins ready, okay? Yeah, for Egypt. Yep. Fun fact. If you could live in any decade, which would it be? Oh, this is my last one. So if you could live in any decade, which would it be? I would choose between the 50s and the 60s. And I don't know why, really, but I don't know. I think, look, I'm black. So besides segregation, if segregation, and this is a stretch, but if racism didn't exist, especially knowing how it existed then, I would like to have lived in that era. But I think I like the fashion of the 50s and 60s. I just like, I like wearing dresses now. So, and that was like a norm for them. Like, they would just wake up and put on a dress, put on a kitten heel, a little red lip, with the gloves, sometimes a little purse. Like, it's just so elegant as far as women's fashion. Men look nice too, buttons up, slacks and stuff like that. But other than that, I think, or I guess in both decades, that's what I like. And I guess like just understanding the way of life, like how did people do this? Like when people would go to parties, even thinking about that aspect, when people would go to parties, their music was so different. They was literally like shucking and jiving to R&B music, and now it's all like rap and like hip hop, and it seems more like party music traditionally, but or in the modern light. But back then, like, they didn't have no rap, and they was really like having a good time to Fats Domino and Aretha and Temptations, like all R&B, like lovey-dovey type of songs. Like, they was having fun to that. And we don't do that today. I grew up in the digital age. Like, I definitely grew up in the digital age. My first computer I had when I was 5 years old, and I have been on computers, working with technology, whatever, since then. So I don't really know a world or a life without technology and on any level. And then it's like I've become very dependent on like my GPS and Google and stuff like that. So like, what did they do back then? Like, what? How did you know where you was going, auntie? Like, how? Like, you mean you had to go home and make your phone calls? Like, you ain't just have your little phone on you in the car? Like, you couldn't just call them up? Like, there was no text? Oh my gosh, you... What? And it was no cordless phone. You had to stand up or, you know, just hold it and just stand up still. Like, I just... Well, that is the end of this video. I hope you all have learned something cool, fun, quirky, unique about me. And if you have liked this video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And also make sure you follow me on my other social media platforms, TikTok and Instagram at perfectly_ToniMonique. I'll be over there too. And I cannot wait to see you all in my next video. Bye.